It is only 1 month away from the exams.
Does your child suddenly ask for your help in their studies? Do you feel your child is overly stressed preparing for the exams? Was your child's prelims result not good enough? If you answer yes to more than one of these questions, this is a sign you need to find a tutor to help your child. But again, you may have another question in your mind. It is only 1 month away from the exams. Will I even be able to find a good tutor that can help my child? The short answer is yes. By the end of this video, you'd be able to understand how to get a suitable tutor when there's not much time left for revision. First of all, you need to understand your child. You need to know your child's learning style, emotional state, and current standard or result. From this, you would know their weaknesses, what kind of guidance they need, and you can manage your expectations accordingly. You also need to know how much money and time are you willing to spend for the tuition.
Private tutoring can be a bit expensive, especially if you're looking for experienced tutors such as current or ex-MOE teachers and full-time tutors.
Based on your budget, you may want to consider part-time tutors or even undergraduate tutors.
Although experience-wise, current and ex-MOE teachers or full-time tutors are still the most preferred type of tutors, there are experienced part-time tutors that have years of tutoring experience and they may be willing to charge for lower rate.
Whereas for undergraduate tutors, since they are still studying themselves, they may be able to relate more and help your child through their personal experiences. Then, you need to prioritize. By knowing your child's current standing, you'll be able to assess which subject he or she needs help the most. With limited time left for revision, it is important to strategize well to create the most optimal study plan, allocating more time for the weaker subject and less time for subjects your child is more comfortable with.
Nearing the exam period, you may want to not spend too much time for additional activities that is not essential. Use this time to let your child rest, de-stress, or to have additional lessons with a tutor.
With all the knowledge you have now, communicate this with your agent. Be open of any weaknesses your child may have and how you think is the best way to help them. This will make it easier for the agent to find a suitable tutor for your child and hence shorten the time needed to do so. Be as flexible as you possibly can to schedule for the lessons. This way, there will be more options of tutor that you can choose from. Next, you will need to build rapport with the tutor. Usually the best way to know if a tutor is suitable for your child or not is through a trial lesson. But since now time is of the essence, you may want to consider talking to the tutor through phone prior to the lesson or request the tutor to come slightly earlier for the first lesson. You would want to highlight all the information that can help the tutor to guide your child better. Be upfront to ask about the tutor's availability in case you need to schedule additional lessons, and also communicate your expectations. But remember to be reasonable in doing so. Lastly, you need to understand that tuition is not a one-way thing. It works both ways. You need a good tutor to guide, but at the same time the student also needs to follow well. While you need to find a good tutor, you also need to make sure your child is ready to benefit the most out of the tuition. Some things you may want to pay attention to: give personal support for your child. You need to let your child know that you believe in him or her. This will also build their confidence and interest to the subject. Make sure your child gets break in between. The rule of thumb is to get 5 minutes of break every hour. Some students may need longer breaks or more frequent breaks in between. This wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.